Good morning, my beautiful planty friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I'm Pita, and I'm the owner of Pita's Planters. This is a rare plant shop located in Dallas, Texas, and I created this channel to share some behind the scenes of running my business, as well as to share all my care tips that I've learned for caring for hundreds of plants here in the shop. So I hope you'll stick around. Today, I will be showing the behind the scenes of shipment days, which is when we get deliveries for plants from different parts of the US. So this truck is specifically coming from Florida, and we are unboxing everything and showing you some of the plants that we'll be bringing to PlantCon. I'm just here enjoying my coffee before heading over to the store to receive the plant shipment. I think it's around 7 a.m. right now. The shipment arrived extra early, so David is already on his way there, and I'm just gonna quickly feed Nezuko here. And then head on over to show you some of the new plants that we got in. It's a big week for us. We are gonna have 2 booths at PlantCon, so we're super excited to get all the plants in and barcoded. You want some food? All right. Sit. Come. Sit. Good job. Wait. Take it. Take it. She may have gotten a little confused with the command. Alright, so up first in this box, I can already see some of the new plants we got. I'm super excited about these well-thinned sansevierias, yellow variegated. These are still fairly uncommon, and the price for this one is great. It's only $29.99. These are Hoya incrustada albo variegated. Those are also really gorgeous little plants. And although these are a little bit more rare, they're actually only $32.99. And we're moving on to opening the next few boxes. This is the most exciting part. It really feels like opening presents on a Christmas day. And what a pleasant surprise. We got some nice 4-inch Manjula pothos. This is a really nice batch. They don't always come in looking this lush and full. And the best part is they're only retailing for $22.99. These are still fairly uncommon and a lot harder to find, but they're super duper easy to take care of. So I highly recommend getting one if you've been wanting one for a while. They're super easy. David is opening a few more boxes now, and I like to call this the Hoya Hindu rope dupe, but this is actually a lipstick plant, and this is specifically the twister one. I love these because they bloom, and the blooms are gorgeous. We also got this assortment of unusual plants, so I see a Burl Marx flame in there, I see some fried eggs, and some Thai constellations. Next up, we have a classic and ageless plant. This is a 4-inch money tree, and this plant is surprisingly popular and always in demand in the shop, and for a good reason, because it's a really easy plant to take care of, and it also makes a great gift. This little plant is known to bring you tons of luck and hopefully money. I want to go back to showing you some of the assorted plants that we got here. So we have a Burl Marx flame. Now these are amazing because once it was tissue cultured, they became more readily available and they're way more affordable now. And I just think that once this plant penetrates, it is such a cool and striking plant. The Alocasia fried egg variegated has had a similar journey. It was tissue cultured and became more available. And now with this one, I think it's really beautiful, but just give it lots of bright lights and watch out for spider mites. I'm also so excited that we got these really nice Jose Buenos in because I think this is one of the most underrated variegated plants. This one is super easy and the variegation is very stable. The really unique thing about this philodendron is that the new variegation comes in looking really bright white, and over time it fades back to this really pretty green. But overall, I would say this is a very easy plant to take care of. And I'm also so excited to announce that we finally restocked on Lechuza Pond. So we have that in the shop right now. And we also restocked on some of my favorite soils, including the Bush Doctor Coco Loco. I love that one. I would say that one's my number one. And we also have the Ocean Forest from Fox Farms. They have incredible soil. You can't go wrong with either one of these. Time to unbox a few more plants. Oh my gosh, this is another plant that I was super excited to get, and it's the first time that we have it in the shop. This is Sansevieria tiger, and this is a new adorable dwarf Sansevieria that is known for its horizontal tiger stripes. It's pretty rare, I would say a little bit harder to find, but overall I think it's a Sansevieria, so it's super easy to take care of. And in the shop, it's retailing for only $16.99. Here's a little close-up of what it looks like. And it's honestly such a unique, cute little plant. I think you definitely need it in your collection if you like to collect different types of Sansevierias. Also, can we please take a moment to appreciate the morning lighting in the shop? I love coming into the shop in the mornings because we get direct sunlight from the side door and side window, and it goes right through the stickers that create rainbows. So it just looks so beautiful, especially with all the lush green that we have in the shop right now. Let's see what David is about to open up next. I'm telling you, this is always the most exciting part. Let's see. Oh, nice. It looks like some mint monsteras. Now, this one is not to be confused with the Monstera white monster. They're very different. The white monster is known for having the almost all white leaves. The mint monstera has different levels of variegation, so you'll kind of notice that here. And now these, we are running a special on them for PlantCon. So these mint monsteras are going to be retailing for only $48, and we are selling them in the shop before PlantCon. So if you want one, let us know. Just so you know, as a comparison, our regular Monsteras run for like around 80 something dollars. So this is an incredible deal for under $50. What is David unboxing next? Oh my gosh, this is Scindapsus tricolor Borneo in a 6-inch size. In the past, we've had it in a 4-inch size. This is the first time ever that we have it in a 6-inch size, and this is only retailing for $38. That is an incredible price for this very rare Scindapsus, and it is absolutely gorgeous. All right, let's see what else David is opening next. It looks like he's looking through the Scindapsus boxes right now. So, oh, I think I know what this is. This looks like Scindapsus Silver Lady. This is a 6-inch size, and my gosh, they're already trailing. This one is retailing for only $39.99. Y'all, if you know Scindapsus Silver Lady, then you know this is a steal. This is a very uncommon Scindapsus known for the more pointy, large, super silvery leaves. It's very unique and very cute. Next up, I think is a box of, let's see, looks like Prince of Orange, and these are a 4-inch size. Now, these may be a little bit more common, but I think they're classic, especially around the fall time. I love to decorate my home with plants that are more orangey and fit the vibe, you know, so these are great for that. Oh, we also have a restock on our lovely Hoya sigillatus round form. Now, the round form is way more rare than the regular variety. It's super splashy and super cute. And this one is only retailing for $32.99, which is kind of insane. I dare you to look up the price of the sigillatus round form, and you're gonna be shocked at how amazing this price is. And over here, I believe that we also have the regular form. So you can see side by side, they're both very silvery and splashy. The only difference is the shape of the leaves. Next up, we have even more Scindapsus. I'm sure by now you can tell that we love every single type and variety of Scindapsus in this shop. You'll notice we have rares, commons, a little bit of everything, and they're all kind of amazing, and this one here is no exception. This is Scindapsus Mount Salak, and this one reminds me a lot of the Silver Splash, but it tends to be, the leaves are bigger maybe, and it looks almost like an oil painting to me. I don't know, the pattern on it is just so unique and beautiful. And I believe that this one is retailing around $29 if I'm not mistaken. David is opening another box here, so let's see what else he is going to show us. It looks like, oh, nice, an assortment of African violets and a very special plant that I am just so excited to have for the first time ever in our shop. And I'm gonna try to pronounce the name. This little plant is known as Mycomolaria vietnamensis. And this is such an incredible little plant. So first of all, it is very much related to the African violet family of plants, but it's actually in its own genus, I believe, and it's the only identified plant in that genus. But what makes this plant very special is that it's actually endangered in Vietnam. And so these little plants here are grown in the US now, and hopefully by growing it and propagating it, we can continue to keep these plants alive. And I hope that in its own environment in Vietnam, it can make it through and not go extinct, because it is just such a lovely plant. As you can see, the leaves are very splashy and those blooms are just so unique and beautiful. So if you're into African violets or anything related to that, I think you're really going to love this plant. We also got a really nice assortment of African violets, and we got some that are already blooming. This one seems to have very crinkly blooms, and it's a very unique one. We were expecting rare varieties, but unfortunately they sent us the wrong one. So hopefully in the next shipment we'll get more rare variegated varieties. Looks like in this box we also have some Hoyas. This is Hoya megalaster. This one is a very rare variety. Although the foliage itself doesn't look like much and it may look a little boring, if you can get this Hoya to bloom, you are going to be blown away, because it's in the name. This Hoya is known for its mega blooms. They are ginormous and they're red and just so freaking beautiful. So I think this Hoya is totally worth growing for the blooms alone. And here we have another classic little plant. This is a Snow Queen pothos. This one is known for its high levels of variegation, very splashy variegation. This one can sometimes be confused with the Mandula pothos since the variegation is very similar, but the Mandula tends to have rounder, pointier leaves. And we have a restock on one of my all-time favorite plants, the blue oil fern, and this time they came in cute little hanging baskets. If you don't have one, you absolutely need one. It is unlike any other fern I've ever had. It is actually easy to take care of. Ooh, I spy some goodies in this box. So at first glance, I see that we have a few varieties of Scindapsus. We have some really nice Syngonium tricolors, very splashy and mature leaves, and even some variegated Alocasia. So here's a little close-up of the 3-inch Scindapsus Jade Satin Marble. These are only $38.99, and can you believe the level of variegation that these have? This one here is also a very unique one. This is Scindapsus Strubia Moonlight Speckled, I believe. This one is so freaking cool. First time we have it in the shop as well. So if you like collecting Scindapsus, I think this is a great one to add to your collection for a great price. Let's go see what David is opening up here. And it looks like we have a restock on Dischidia String of Nickels. Oh my gosh. Can we please talk about how gorgeous this Sansevieria is? So this is Sansevieria Lavrano's Blue Clone Variegated. This is extremely rare and so hard to find, and it has amazing variegation. This one is retailing for $54.99. Over here, it looks like we have some really nice Hoyas. As you guys know, we're going to be at PlantCon and we're going to have 2 booths, one completely devoted to Hoyas. And so you know we had to bring in lots of beautiful Hoyas. So here we have some really nice Hoya Hushkiliana variegated. These are only retailing for $32. We also have Hoya Engleriana for $29.99 and Hoya Kumingjiana for, I believe, only $18. And those are looking incredible, y'all. And you know, we're also going to have some lovely aglaonemas. This is Aglaonema Harley Quinn. Another gorgeous Hoya that is very rare is Hoya manipurensis. I believe we've only had this in the shop once or twice before, and we got some really nice hanging baskets. These are retailing for only $38. And in Spanish, mariposa means butterfly, which reminds me of the shape of the Hoya manipurensis, so I'm assuming that's why it was named that way. And here we have yet another amazing Hoya. This is Hoya denisii or denisi. This one has the loveliest, most beautiful, really like hot pink blooms. They are stunning. First time we have this plant in the shop. Can y'all seriously believe we got these really nice hanging baskets of Scindapsus moonlight variegated? For the variegated Scindapsus, most of the time we get them in like a tiny 3-inch 4-leaf size. These are an amazing size, and these are a little bit more expensive. These are $72, but it's a very rare Scindapsus in a very nice size. In this box, it looks like we have some more Mandula pothos and some more Dischidias. So I see the Dischidia watermelon, one of my personal favorites, and Dischidia rucifolia million hearts. I also wanted to show you these really lovely pink pots that we got. I think these are under $20 and they fit a 6-inch sized nursery pot perfectly. For example, this one fits perfectly in there and it just looks so lovely with a trailing plant in it. And I wanted to highlight again this Hushkaliana inner variegated. This is one of my favorites because if you put it under a grow light or give it lots of bright light, the new growth comes in looking really hot pink and it sun stresses really beautifully. We also have a really nice size of Hoya Kumingiana. This is a super easy Hoya and it's special because it's one of the only ones that I know that has a yellow bloom. Dischidia rucifolia million hearts makes the perfect hanging plant. Look at how cute those variegated heart tiny leaves look like. I also wanted to highlight a few other plants that we have around the shop. So this is a Punsin Manjula. We have some lovely variegated starfish, some lovely anthuriums. We have a nice assortment of them, and honestly, a little bit of everything. Another plant that I was really excited to restock is an Aglonema Pictum tricolor. We had this in stock in the last shipment and they went so fast that we knew we had to bring them back just in time for PlantCon. And honestly, they are an incredible price. I know I say this often, but they're only $28. Let me show you all this action happening here. So I believe this is the Longuloba purple vein. Let's see. Yep, Longuloba purple vein. This was actually a pretty rare variety of alocasia, and I marked them down a lot because I wasn't seeing the purple, but I'm now realizing that the purple vein really shows up when the new leaves come in and also when they're getting lots of bright light. So I can see this one here has some really beautiful purple veins. I'm not sure if the camera is really picking it up super well, but it caught my attention instantly. It looks gorgeous. If you've been looking for one, we do have a couple left in the shop for only $29.99. OMG, we have some variegated Hindu robes that are looking really nice and full and stressed as well. I don't know if you guys knew this, but Hoya Hindu robes can also be sun stressed. So you can kind of see some of them here have some pink and reds on them, and that all comes from the sun stressing. We also have some of the regular green ones there, but these are a really nice batch. They're so nice and full. My goodness, I really love how these look. By looking at this plant, I wonder if you would guess that it's a spathiphyllum or an aglonema. This is actually an aglonema and the name is so funny. It is called Aglonema spathonema because it looks like a spathiphyllum, but it's an aglonema. And it's the first time we have it in the shop, but this one is retailing for only $24.99. And yet another box with lots of beautiful Hoyas there. We have a restock on the Hoya Sarawaks. Those are looking extra lovely. And it looks like we have a few other new Hoyas here. Hoya Nuna with the cutest little bloom there. I didn't know that's what their blooms look like. They're so cute. It looks like we also have more Hoya manipurensis. We actually got quite a few of these. I'm really excited about that. And a restock on some Hoya fuwoensis. These leaves are extra splashy. This one has that fuzzy little bloom. Oh my gosh, look.
How early did he get here?
Oh my gosh, look at this! Morning, Aubrey. Aubrey always coming in, ready with her Dutch bros.
Yeah, of course.
Aubrey, check this out. This is Hoya Nuna.
Oh
You see the little blooms?
yes.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
And this one has two. This one's about to open. They all kind of look like this.
That one's
Like they're
about to open
oh yeah, I
too.
didn't even spot that
And
one.
no,
Yeah,
not that one.
I mean, these look. I didn't.
These are
Do you know
gorgeous.
Hoya Nuna? I didn't know they were good bloomers.
I've seen it before, but I've never seen it bloom.
Yeah, like all of them seem to have either a bloom already in progress or getting ready to open. Look at this batch of 8-inch Thai constellations. I know these are a lot easier to find nowadays, but I never get tired of them. They are so beautiful, and those are only $45 for giant 8-inch size. Now, let's open this giant plant that we ordered. I'm sure you already know which plant this is because you saw the thumbnail. So you can now watch me struggle as I try to open this while Aubrey and David are recording. Holy moly, can I even? It's my height. Okay. Okay. I can do this. It is so heavy. Hold on. Let me kick this. All right. Step one done. This is like opening a giant present. Oh my gosh. How many? Are y'all ready for this? Check it out. A giant gigantium blizzard. This is humongous. Oh my gosh. Look at the size of these leaves. Are y'all seeing this?
I'm obsessed.
Oh wow. They're beautiful. Holy moly. Are you seeing this variegation?
That's one of the newest leaves.
Yeah. Yeah, the newest one is really nicely variegated. Well, you guys, come to PlantCon and get it there if you're interested in this one. Hey friends, I am back home now, and Aubrey and Shauna are in charge of barcoding and finishing up everything at the shop. I need to get back to work. As many of you guys know, I'm working on getting my PhD in neuroscience. I've been in the program for 7 years now, and I'm now finally working on writing my dissertation, and I'm planning to defend this November, the 21st to be exact, if everything goes well. So right now, every single day, I'm having to work really hard on writing my dissertation, analyzing data, writing my manuscript, and there's just so much work to still be done. But I'm so grateful that I can rely on Shauna and Aubrey and David to keep the operations going in the shop because there's so much that goes into a small business. But they're doing incredible, and I'm so glad that I get to focus on writing. But anyway, before I say goodbye, let me show you what David is up to. We are entering into Pita's headquarters. And here we have David trying to determine which plants are getting shipped out today. So these plants are from the live sale. A lot of great little plants here. And I believe that he's going to get them shipped out either today or Wednesday. So many of these are already marked. These were packed by Aubrey over the weekend. So these just need to be put into a box with a label and get ready to ship them out. Alrighty, Plenty friends, that officially concludes this video. And if you would like to shop for any of these plants, make sure to stop by the shop. We're open regular hours, including over the weekend. And if you are visiting PlantCon, make sure to stop by our booth. We're going to have 2 booths at PlantCon. One is going to be X6, which is going to be our Hoya booth. And you can find Shauna and Aubrey there. And the other booth, I believe, is F3. If I'm not mistaken, I'll try to confirm. And that booth is going to be where David and I will be with the rest of all the plants. We'd love to see you. Remember, there's no live sale this week. But other than that, you can always join our Instagram live sales every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and see you again soon.